You can't be the main character and you talking to yourself like you a supporting actress, like you an extra. YouTube channel. It's your girl Dyme LaShawn, and we back at it again. If this is your first time here, welcome, come on in. I promise I'll be gentle. I know it's your first time. However, if you are a certified babe, aka someone who has already subscribed, then you already know what's what because you're already game. To join the babe game, make sure you hit the subscribe button and come on over because we got lots of good stuff over here. The last video that I did, I talked about things that I've learned since turning 30. I'm going to be dissecting that video in pieces to kind of go in depth about what I meant about some things. I mentioned a lot about choosing yourself and feeling convicted in your decisions and really just going on that journey where you are claiming the life that you want and engineering it the way that you want to see it. So I want to make sure that I am exhaustive as possible on giving you the things that I've learned in smaller bits as well. So this particular video is going to be about holding space for yourself, because if you do not hold space for yourself, then it's easy to lack self-awareness, and if you lack self-awareness, you can kind of get a little bit, you know, lost. You can end up not being intentional, actually. What is holding space? As I got into my mental health journey, and it's always been a journey. It's always going to be a journey. But as I started to look for ways that I could feel grounded, ways that I could feel like I was aware of what's going on with me and my needs and the different changes that were happening in my life, I started to see the phrase holding space for yourself a lot. Different journals, different things that you Google, different videos that you watch, different things like that. They talk about holding space. So for me, I'm like, what do that even mean, girl? Like, I'm from the bottom, I'm from the hood. I don't even know what holding space even means. This sounds like a little bougie compilation of words to just throw a little shank-a-dank on. I don't know what this means. But as I started to really pay attention to the text that I was reading, the videos that I was seeing, and the things that different people were saying, different professionals were saying on the subject, I realized that holding space for yourself is basically clearing the floor for yourself. It's clearing a space just for you, for no one else, just for your thoughts, your needs, your emotions, and whatever comes up for you. Nobody else is in that space but you, because you are saving a little something especially for you. A safe place for you that nobody else knows about. You just know. Holding space, okay? It's like back. This is my space. That's gonna resonate for somebody. Have you ever been at a concert or like a festival or something, and the headliner or the act or the celebrity is going to perform for you guys, and when he or she is walking out, their security is like, move, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to step back a little bit. Sir, step back. You know, they got, you know, their barriers around the paparazzi. They're making sure nobody gets too close. They're making sure that the celebrity or the person of note at that moment is protected. That's what holding space for yourself is, baby. That's pretty much what holding space for yourself means. Just to break it down, what it looks like. That's me, in my opinion. So when it is time to think about holding space for yourself, you have to look at yourself as if you are the main character, and that everybody else that you are going to encounter, every other thing that you are going to encounter, see, be a part of, experience, is on the outside of you. And you are in the inside of you. I hope I don't sound crazy. In order to interact with those things on the outside of you in a way that makes sense for your life and your vision, you must first be self-aware. And that's what the space is for. You are keeping the space and holding the space for yourself so that you can become and remain self-aware, so that you can also, in return, be intentional. I see a lot of different people making videos about main character energy, soft life only. If you do not hold space for yourself, you ain't gonna be able to do that, because you don't even know what yourself even need, or what yourself even think, or what yourself even feel, really. You can't be intentional about anything if you don't know how it is going to affect you, or if you even like it, or how you feel about it, etc., etc. You feel me? I'm really hoping so. Why should you hold space for yourself? Holding space for yourself is a super important thing, because you cannot be good to others if you are not genuinely good to yourself. Because like I mentioned on the last video, it's like you're going to be looking for something, and at some point, if you are not giving that in return, you're either going to self-destruct by overextending, chasing that, or you are going to become resentful and end up not being the best person for yourself. So ultimately, that stuff leads in self-sabotage anyway, even if it's in good intention. The path led to hell is paved in good intentions, and you don't want to be in that space. When you hold space, you are not only protecting yourself from bad decision making, you are providing yourself a place for clarity, providing yourself a place for evaluation, and kind of building up those barriers to people who might come in your life and try to dismantle personal beliefs that you might have, or invalidate your feelings or your emotions or anything that might be going on. And that's why holding space is important. You must extend yourself love, care, respect. And in order to do that, you have to know what those things look like for you. You have to be self-aware in order to know what you need, how you feel, why you're triggered, to provide positive self-talk to yourself, to do all of these beautiful things on your own, to build a rapport with yourself so that you're not depending on anybody else to give it to you. And you are also holding people accountable and making sure that they know that in order to interact with you, they must adhere to your needs. They must also treat you as beautifully as you treat yourself, okay? So that's why you need to hold space for yourself. Think about it with a loved one. Would you let anybody talk to them any type of way, or would you have them tell you, oh, I let this happen, and you look at them crazy? Would you just not say anything, or would you ask them, like, why would you do that? Why did you allow them to talk to you that way? Do you know who you are? No, hell no. I don't never want to see you do that again. That's holding space for someone else in one facet. And you need to be able to do that for you. You need to love yourself that much. How do you hold space? It's so simple. That's the crazy part. Like, and I'm realizing that the more simple the situation is, the harder it gets, because it's like, wow, how am I supposed to do that? And that's okay, because those moments will happen. This is a practice. This is something that you're leading up to, you're building up to, holding space for yourself and finding that safe space where you have created solace and quiet for yourself and yourself only. It's gonna take time, so don't worry. But it is simple. First thing that I would say that is a major part of holding space for yourself is creating moments where you can have a clear mind. I know that when I am running from here to there to here, a lot of times I get out of my body. And when I say get out of my body, I mean that I am not actually being aware of what I'm actually doing, and I'm not being intentional about what I'm doing. I'm just doing. I'm on cruise control. I'm on pilot mode. I am on dummy mode, because it's just, I'm doing because I'm supposed to. I'm doing because they said to. I'm doing because they need this. I'm doing because I'm not actually making any mental note or any mental acknowledgement of, or emotional acknowledgement of what I'm actually doing. So I'm not in my body. I'm just floating around, just kind of running around, doing whatever needs to be done. However, when I provide myself those moments where I'm able to sit down and actually take stock of what is going on with me first, before I do anything, that is me holding space for myself. Because I'm able to figure out where I'm trying to go for that particular moment or that particular day, and how I'm feeling in that moment, in that day, and if what I'm doing and how I'm doing it aligns with where I'm trying to go or what I'm trying to feel, what I'm trying to do. So meditation for me is very important. Though the goal is to quiet your mind, for me, I'm learning that answers normally arise. When I'm able to quiet the chatter, answers normally arise. It's like putting sand and water in a water bottle and shaking it up. Of course, the sand is gonna be like, whoa. But then when you sit it still, when you let it rest for a little bit, the sand rests to the bottom and the water separates itself and things get clear. If that makes any sense. And that is a way to hold space for yourself, because you are able to allow the answers that are already within you, because I believe we already have the answers, to come to the top and allow all the chaos to settle. Even if you do guided meditation, you could take a walk, and that could be your meditative state, where you could try to clear your mind. You could listen to music that puts you in a trance. Whatever it takes for your sand to settle, I would suggest you do that, because it will allow you to take stock of what's been going on, why you feel the way that you feel, and saying self, like, did you like that or did you not like that? Because a lot of us are reactive, like, oh, what you said? Or, who you talking to? You know, we are reactive or immediately offended, like, I can't believe you would, you know, when sometimes a lot of our reactions are really conditioning. A lot of us probably wouldn't even be mad about stuff if we weren't taught to be mad about those things. Clearing your mind is the first step to being able to allow clarity to come in. Another way you can hold space for yourself is by journaling. A lot of people are journaling, and a lot of people have been journaling, especially women who have had diaries. Dear diary. Journals are important because you can write out your thoughts about different things in that journal without having to consult anybody else, without having to share your deepest, darkest, or your thoughts or your personal feelings with anyone that you may not feel comfortable with, without exposing yourself. You can hold that private, secret space for yourself in your journal as well. So sometimes I might meditate and then journal, or sometimes I might journal and then meditate. I think my favorite thing to do is to journal and then meditate, because I'm writing out what I'm worried about and then I meditate on it. And then a lot of times clarity does come from me sooner than later. Journaling is important because you are able to write down how you are feeling without any level of censorship. When you are talking to people, or when you are trying to get feedback from someone, or when you are trying to share something but you don't want to be looked at a particular way, you can't really hold space for yourself in the best way, because sometimes you are censoring your thoughts, sometimes you are censoring what you truly feel, or sometimes you just automatically jump into another mask. And when I say mask, meaning you jump into the person you normally are with this particular person, and that's not truly who you are, and that's a completely different subject. However, journaling provides you an opportunity to really be real and raw and free write, and free writing often brings up a lot of answers for you. I have literally started writing something and been like, I think this is crazy, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to do that, and by the end of the page I'm like, ooh. So I would definitely recommend journaling as something that you can do to hold space for yourself and to embark on that self-awareness without anybody watching or judging. Journaling, I would highly, highly recommend that. Another thing that you can do to hold space for yourself is when you feel like your day is getting crazy, you can set reminders on your phone like, hey girl, check in, check in, check in. You know how you check in with your man or that person that you doing it to? Check in with yourself. Check in. Say, hey, I was wondering how you were feeling today. You know, really, I know you look good, you smell good, girl, but like, how you feel? You moving a little slow. Did you eat today? Did you drink water? You gotta talk to yourself. It's like talking to a friend that you care about. Well, what's wrong? What's going on? Ask yourself. Ask yourself, girl, because you deserve it. Holding yourself accountable to check in with yourself, because it's easy to say, oh, it's just me, this is too much, but you will check in with everybody else and overextend yourself, and then by the end of the day, you're like, why am I so tired? Because you didn't ask yourself, self, what do you need? to check in with yourself, you can redirect your mood and you can redirect your day a lot of the time, or you don't have to do anything. But it's very important that you check in with yourself to see how you're doing. And one of the best ways to do that is to set an alarm. I really love technology for that, because you matter more than any of the people that matter to you. Why? Because without you, it wouldn't be no exchange with them people. You feel me? Okay. So another way that you can hold space for yourself and provide that safe little cave for you is to practice self-talk that is positive. Self-talk that is positive. I know a lot of us have other people's voices in our heads. A lot of us, almost all of us, have someone, at least one other person's voice in our head that tells us things when we are either happy, mad, sad, confused, embarrassed, feel ashamed, etc., etc. And one of the things that you need to do is start to get clear on who those voices are, but you also need to develop your own voice in your own head, because that's how you stay in your body. And one of the best ways to do that is to start practicing self-talk. If you do something wrong, don't say, oh my God, my dumb ass. Don't say that, because you ain't dumb. When you tripped up and you think somebody saw you and you were ashamed, don't say, oh my God, I'm fucking embarrassing. Don't say that. You're not embarrassing. You may feel embarrassed, but you're not embarrassing. Practice good self-talk. If you make a mistake at work, don't say, oh my God, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm so stupid. Don't say that. You're not stupid. You made a mistake, but you're not stupid. So forth and so on. Because when you do not practice good self-talk, you are basically telling yourself, you're saying, self, I don't like you. Your body doesn't know who's speaking. It doesn't matter who said it. Your body received that vibration. Your body doesn't know who's speaking. It could be somebody down the street saying that to you, just as well as it could be your mama saying that to you, your auntie, your cousin, your baby mama, your baby daddy saying it to you. Your body doesn't know the difference between your voice and other people's. Only you know the difference between your voice and other people's. And I know I probably sound crazy to some people, like what, the who, the what. But as I get deeper into talking to you guys about things that I've learned, I will share why those are two separate things. Your body and yourself. Why those are two separate things. However, practicing self-talk that is positive is very important, because you are powerful. I see a lot of people talking about not engaging in things that do not serve them or do not, meet their standards. You can't do that if you're talking to yourself like you a bum off the street. How you gonna do that? You calling yourself stupid, you saying that you dumb, you saying that you should have known, you saying that, you messed up and you ain't right, or you damaged, and you say all these things about yourself that do not lift your vibration at all, and most of the time are not even the truth, and you want other people to speak life into you. Why wait on somebody else when you can do it now? Because you can't live a soft life talking to yourself rough. You can't be the main character and you talking to yourself like you a supporting actress, like you an extra. Talk to yourself like you got some sense, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to yourself with the kindness, the respect, the sensuality that you will want from someone else. I know I've started to, when I look in the mirror and I like what I see, I'd be like, oh girl, you look so good. Oh, you smell good. And that might be funny to somebody, but for me, I'm creating that expectation on my own. And I feel like once I do that and I become accustomed to those types of things, I will then attract those people into my life. And if people come in my life saying anything opposite, it will sound so foreign to me that I will say, whoa, you don't belong here immediately. And that's another way you save space for yourself, and you hold space for yourself. Hold that space, because I'm learning that it's very important for you to be self-aware and to have self-love for self in order for you to truly and genuinely love or share love with any other person. So I hope this video made sense to you guys. I always try to pray about what I'm saying so that what I'm thinking in my head is actually being conveyed to you guys properly. I hope that this video has given you guys some level of clarity, and you guys are able to utilize something that I've shared in this video so that you can get higher and higher and higher on your journey to happiness, love, and soft life only. You've heard. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and bye.